Setting up on one way, you've got the Brimstone smoking on the other side. Allows nice extremity control, and when you have the stage wall in mid, it means that G2 can't go anywhere quickly. G2 have been really unable to actually scale up on the A position too, right? Like on ramp, you got two players watching it. You need those smokes to get in, but because the Brimstone, 8 of others only got one left.
Well, closest Scream, it's one. And only one for Scream. Luckily, Soulcast able to back him up and plug the hole with the follow-up of Avova. 50 seconds left. Spike begins to leave and go back into the sewers. Waiting alongside of him is Mixwell. And this A site is quite a recessive setup right now from Team Liquid. They have still got one inside of the site somewhat, in the form of Yampy. He's actually gathering some info as he now takes a wider stance on his defense. He's about to spot a couple of players. In fact, he won't, because he's actually taking up this close position at
30
Cubby.
seconds
So
left.
I'm about to start walking their way closer towards Yampy. His teammate can spot them from defender spawn. He's actually going to let one cross on by. Nearly gets the chance to follow up, but that is only going to set up Navera for the swing out from defender spawn. There's now just one player left, and it's Meadow into the 1 versus 3. He goes to the plant straight away. He's got a couple of flashes here, a fault line online as well, but he's still got 3 players to take down. He's caught by the paranoia, but still finds the head of Navera. He's a clothesline in that corner, and now peeks out again. Meadow had a chance for 3, but couldn't quite pull it off. Link will save the day for Team Liquid, but that was nearly the highlight of the day.
Team
The
A.
fight that was so, like close in on elbow as he's paranoid, catches one. They could push from and not be cleared.
Last player standing.
His first kill though, it just like Rolling Thunder's available for Meadow. He's actually going to use it more towards male and mid by the looks of it. He's opting in, but deciding to go against it. And I think this is the whole idea for Liquid's composition. You can't play punchy. You can't play aggressive.
Off your feet!
Soulcast being forced back by the Rolling Thunder, but the slow right now keeping G2 back, so they can't really capitalize upon the control they just garnered too quickly. It will be a slower approach, but look at that from Nukia. Right over the top, Soulcast takes him down, and he's going to go for more. Soulcast, great positioning. Scream will be plucked out of the round by Mixwell, and now Navera looks up above. He has so much more to do here, Mixwell, and Navera decides he won't get much more than that. 3 kills picked up for him. 2 rounds now for G2.
It wasn't a big buy as well for G2.
No.
It was an eco, and they still dedicate that Rolling Thunder. It does force Soulcast to use that showstopper, and that's something that this composition for Liquid looks so good and so hard to beat on this defense. Very similar to what Gambit are running. They're picking up the Neon, of course, instead in some areas, but still works the same way on this defense.
Hole in the wall created. Scream gonna play him behind it at Heaven. G2 have got the mid control. One prong to the approach is Meadow that you have to keep eyes on, because he's just left his position. He has not kept his eyes on the A play, and that has opened up a chance now for Yampy to slip around the backside. He's going to hunt him down through the sewer. Meadow has creeped his way out into middle, and still Yampy follows. That wall's about to break. They can come through Heaven, and Scream's going to be at a tough spot. His teammate Yampy has found that kill on the flank on Meadow. Now Scream's turn. 1 for him. But then he drops back with 2. Avove was held off from getting that map control back by the orbital strike. And now you have to look to Avove to go back into the lion's den, and Navera has chopped him up. It's just Nukia left. We know this guy's good, but a 1v5, Ryan, not happening.
Showstopper used as well.
Flawless.
Can't get much to G2's head at this point. Now they're going to be extra nervous about how they approach it, but just the fact that Scream gets that pick and that orbital strike is ready to go. The Liquid are almost using each other as these trap plays to set up utility.
Standing. 30.
But now G2, despite having a low buy, is still going to try and aggress as a 5 towards A. We've not really seen this. It's been a late round execute that came in from G2 on A.
Yeah,
what can they
and
do
look
here?
at Team Liquid's setup. It's very passive. And Yampy, oh my god, okay. Sprays down through the smoke while just having no idea where he's spraying, but still finds the kill. Yampy finds the follow-up, and just like that, it's 3 kills for Team Liquid. Meadows pull 1 back at least. Hoodie's in the sight, but not for long. And we're starting to see this individual power from Team Liquid. And you see G2 with this pack mentality. Yeah, we have weaker weapons, but let's stack all of those weapons that we've got and try and get in towards this A side. They don't even make it out the choke point.
It's also just fun to watch both the controller players of Navira and Link almost play like Cyphers and Vipers, just with their movement, the way that, like, for example, now you have Navira anchoring over on that A site. He's like that last bout of call to stop anybody from planting the spike. And then Link is just, you know, on an island playing off of his own, watching flanks, anchoring that B site just in case there's a late hit. Of course, with that from the shadows, he can instantly teleport out if he needs to, or if he needs to get to a site quickly for the retake, he can also do that and try and wrap around.
Now, well, Meadows decided a safe call for him.
Left.
Team Liquid, flawless rounds. They've now had a round where they keep 4 up. Looking very good for the economy of Team Liquid. Now they're going to hunt down Meadow. Oh, looks like they might have a little bit of mercy. They're not going to go around the corner.
Yeah, it's just the smoke that's going to come through. I don't know what G2 plan to do. There's no giveaway of like a set play or a strategy. Now they're just grouping up as 5 with a 4-buy, trying to scale and clear utility bit by bit, just overthrowing. Let's see what Link can do all on his own.
Well, he's going to try his best. This one for Link. Vova has just taken down Scream and Link in a foul swoop. Soulcast, the Blast Pack, has taken down his counterpart on the other side of things of Nukia. Now we're at the 3v3. Spike recovered again here for G2, but can't really plant it. They can't feel comfortable about going into that B side. So with 1 minute and 5 seconds left, they have a lot of time, so they're going to drop back.
That's a fast execute from G2 where they dedicate an orbital strike and they still get the kills onto like Link, who comes in with a perfect paranoia to stall, and Scream again. It forces a reset, and this is where G2 have seemed to struggle. The call is to go A. Now let's see what the Brimstone could do on his own. You've got Yampy that's playing in that central position that he can stun wherever is needed. Navira just playing off of the site, waiting to see if anything's up.
Well, Navira, this setup he's playing with Yampy right now is just
30 seconds left.
Defender spawn play to pick up the initial info. That can set up Yampy to come around with the backside play, and that's exactly what he's doing. But Yampy, luckily, will prevent Mixwell from going further. Couldn't stop him from killing his teammate, but it has put Meadow into a 1v2. Now, this is certainly winnable for a player of Meadow's caliber. Problem is, he has no utility left now. He just has the rifle and a desire to win this round. Soulcast and Yampy both going towards Defender's spawn as Meadow is fixated on Heaven, but they're both coming down from the lower side as Meadow is starting to consider that option, but he doesn't really know where they're coming from, and so they can get closer and closer, and now they line up! Meadow catches them as they peek right into him. They eclipse for a 9th round on G2.
Don't really have many ultimates to work with. Meadow 1-0 orb away from a rolling thunder. Gonna try and play towards the orb over on A. And Navira, surprised to see him there, but still gets the kill and gets his orbital strike online.
Teleport's ready.
Walling himself up his Scream. It's a nice wall to play with here. He can look down in towards B and actually have cover from the Heaven side too. You like that one, Ryan?
Yeah, even if you break it, it's still in a position where Scream can just be on an angle you don't expect, right? That's a grim wall right there, I'm sure. That's all down to him. Or maybe not. I also like, we see this trademark in mid, like they clearly G2 are wanting to push towards that male position. Scream not really going to use the wall, save it for another time. Resurrect for Meadow. Rolling Thunder is available. The orbital strike stops him from going down. Like, that's the aftershock as well. So Yampy was expecting that res play, and again, they punished. G2 just can't even get a player online anymore.
Yeah, 30 seconds left, and here go G2 down into the side. They're caught by the paranoia in the corner. That sets up Link for 2. And now dropping back into the site. He's worried about the B main play, but that will be smoked off, and Link will have a chance to fight onto Avova. He won't win it, but Soulcast certainly will make up for his shortcomings, and Hoodie will go down to Navira. 12 rounds now for Team Liquid as they look to take their map pick of Split.
Will not
These kind of moments, the Resurrect the combo of utility, like Hoodie can't even trade out or do anything, connected so well from the shadows even to just scout out to see if anything's happening in mid, whilst the rest of the team have backed up.
Making that Omen look at home right now.
I love this stage of Liquid. The problem is it's always short-lived. They bring out some interesting stuff and you go, wow, that's amazing. And then they're pretty much counter-stratted the next game.
Yeah, it's like it's like a little dip into madness for like a moment, and then suddenly it all stabilizes again. We'll see if this can become more sustainable for Team Liquid. I think that's the word we're really hoping you can apply to Liquid in the future. Well, Yampy, good opening. I'd rather follow up. 2-man advantage now for Team Liquid. 55 seconds left. Navera has just followed the head of Avova coming up the ropes and going to try and smoke it. Creates a little bit of chaos and does get spotted by Hoodie, sprayed down through it. Navera gets in a bit of a dangerous dance, ends up losing his life, and that does give G2 a chance back into this round, but it's still going to be difficult. A player down with 40 seconds left.
Still feels that Liquid have a good hold on this up until this point.
Well,
never mind.
Avova. Good night, Yampy. A good flank around the backside. Yampy gets caught, and well, there is a res online here for Scream, but he's wanting to take down Hoodie. Oh, Hoodie, I thought he had caught the timing to look away, but Scream, he's come through. He'll get the res into Navera. Of course, he chooses his brother, and now we look to Avova and Mixwell in the 2v4.
Link still has a paranoia. So he could still try and flash in, but he has a lot of area to scale, and there's a trademark there. Avova was trying to play off of it.
Oh, Mixwell.
That's all up to Mixwell.
Yeah, it's really hard to see how he pulls this one off. Soulcast is going to look his way, won't be able to deal with him. But there comes that paranoia you just mentioned, Ryan. So already used up. Mixwell on the back of the side gets the lineup, but too nearly comes through with it all. But luckily, Navera able to get the headshot, and I'm sure they're happy they rezzed him. Defuse being stuck, and Team Liquid will take split. Map 1 goes to them in this matchup that was hard to call. Team Liquid have the edge for the time being, Ryan.